Yeah, if you guys want to join me, come in. Hey, everybody. Hello, hello. So just FYI, hey, Auntie Lee's in the mix. Hello, Auntie Lee. So just for your information, you've all been entered as you're muted automatically. So if you go to the lower left, you can unmute yourself. And my suggestion is, because there's going to be like 50 people in this thing, if everybody does it, my suggestion would be you mute yourself when you're not talking, but we can figure that out as we go. So how about we try saying hello?
Hi.
Unmute yourself. There we go.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Say something. Say hello.
Hello.
Hi, Auntie Lee.
Hi.
Hello.
Here, would you grab him a
Okay.
sec?
So the other thing I would recommend is going with gallery view. Gallery view is in the upper right, and then you can see everybody at once. We've got the Whartonabees coming in. There we go. We got Team Dean.
Are you recording this?
I am.
Did we give permission for that? To use my likeness?
No, you have no usage rights.
All right. Just checking.
Yep.
I'm glad we're not the only ones eating.
You're just like NCAA athletes. All right. So if you want to talk, you unmute yourself. If you do not want to talk, you keep it on mute. So why don't we try to make sure we can hear everyone? So we've heard Jason so far. Auntie Karen, I know you know how to talk in real life. That much we know.
She's muted.
So you're muted in the lower left, Auntie Karen. So if you could press the little hey.
How about that?
There we go. Now we can hear you.
Hey.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mike, you just keep shaking your head.
Can you hear it rattling?
We can hear you, Mike. We can hear you. Kelly, can we hear you?
We're here.
There we go. Very good. Team Dean
Hey, hey.
What's up?
and Team Whartonabe.
They're muted.
You guys are muted.
Hello.
There we go. We're at dinner with Augie there.
What is Team Wharton be eating for dinner?
Pork tenderloin.
Wow. What'd she say? Pork tenderloin. Oh.
Got a nice cherry glaze on here.
All right, Scott Vander Zee in. Cheryl's iPad in. All right, Scott and Cheryl are joining the mix.
How many can you have on there, Rudy?
I think up to 100.
Oh my.
Oh, we should just make it then.
Yeah, no,
Parliament, just speak louder than the other person.
yeah. So we got Scott, we got Cheryl. Cheryl, I can see you, I think. You're bringing me on a roller coaster here, Cheryl. There we go.
Uncle Keith.
There we go.
This is so fun.
Hey, Cheryl, can you talk? Can we hear you?
He's so tired.
Cheryl, can you hear? Cheryl, can you hear us? Should bring my phone just in case. I was texting her earlier. Elizabeth Van Drunen, admit. Scott, can we hear you?
No, he's.
I don't know. Can you?
Yes, we can. Liz, hello to the birthday girl almost.
Hey.
Hey!
Hi.
I love this.
So So to the Carol's coming in, Eric is coming in. We got the whole gang.
Yeah, move it back a little bit.
So if you didn't hear my previous suggestion, I would recommend going into gallery view as opposed to speaker view. So gallery view is in the upper right. You can change. Otherwise, speaker view, you can't see everybody. Gallery view looks like 9 tiles. Cheryl and Keith, I can see you. I don't know if I can hear you. Can you talk?
This one on the timer? Yeah, it goes on, won't go on yet. What did we do?
We're the Jersey kids.
Watching Star Wars.
Watching Star Wars. We'll get them in.
The real life people or the cartoons?
The real
The
life
real
people.
one.
That's all right.
Episode 8, The Last Jedi.
Nice.
It's working, Hanley. We could take it off and put it in there. It's bright enough, I think. Can we have it closer? Or do
All right, Eric, can we hear you?
you want it further away?
Hey, Liz, can we hear you?
Hello, hello.
Hello, and I think I see, as Grandma Venturina might say, a friend.
Yeah.
So hello, Doug.
Doug.
Hello, Doug. I think as an online family, we should all applaud Doug. Let's give everybody. All right, there we go. We like Doug. We like Doug.
Can you grab?
All right, Carol is muted and without video. That's a problem.
Was there?
We'll try to.
Out.
All right.
Where's Coots?
Did everybody see Carol's video of all the help and all the stuff they're doing in her township?
No.
No.
It was pretty cool on her Facebook page. She's doing she's organizing a lot of volunteer activities.
Hey, Eric, you're still muted.
Eric, if you want to unmute, it's lower left, buddy.
There we go.
There we go. We can hear you.
You're back.
Carol, you too. Lower left. We can't hear you if you're on mute. Here, Carol, I think I can unmute you. Hang on.
Oh, I got it.
Got it.
There you go.
My hand is going to be cramping. So that I can't see.
Is this one? Yeah.
Gotta get closer.
Oh.
We got Taylor Nicole. Hello, Taylor. So those of you that joined later, I'd recommend gallery view if you haven't already. Gallery, you can have it so that you can see everyone rather than just the speaker. So I would avoid speaker view if you can help it. So how's everybody hanging in there with the whole quarantine scenario?
Okay, but how do you get gallery view?
Are you on your phone, Carol?
Yeah, that's all I have.
I don't know what it looks like on the phone or on the iPad, but on.
You can only do gallery view on the app. So if you click the link, you won't be able to get gallery view. I just know I have 3 chins. That's all I know.
I think I got 7 now.
What? Chins.
You got more chins than the Chinese phone book there, Carol.
Hey, no Asian jokes.
Oh,
Anna, what's for dinner? It looks good.
we're done, but Augie is eating
Hi.
avocados.
Are you able to connect?
Oh, classic. I love it.
All right.
What happened to both?
I'm not sure.
I'm trying to call Mom and Dad to connect. They're having trouble.
Oh, there was bound to be some tech issues.
And is.
So you're recording this, Rudy, that they can watch later?
Oh,
You're on mute.
In case somebody wanted to watch it later, yes.
Okay. You want to listen to it at least, Dan? Okay.
Cole is in the mix. Hello, Cole.
Hey.
Welcome, Cole.
He's also recording it so you can watch it later.
They're still muted.
So will it be on this line that we hear it, or
Yes.
cell phone?
This one. Can you hear it?
I thought I heard his voice in the background.
Okay. I have Dad on speakerphone, so they can hear it at least.
Hey, Rudy, can you hear us over here or no?
Yeah, Dad.
Now you can.
Oh, you can?
Now you can.
I unmuted you, Uncle Keith. You're good.
Okay. Hey, just tell Carol we are connected by our chinny chin chin.
I'm hanging my phone on my my light, my fan, but my fan keeps moving. So,
This looks like you're dancing.
better from up above.
You're not.
So I'm moving with my fan.
That's a way to lose the 3 chins.
Yeah. And it highlights my hair.
You got 2 foreheads.
Oh, great. Let's see. I gotta keep moving. My fan won't stop.
Well, nice that your hair is done. I
Turn
can't
the
start
fan
moving
off.
because I haven't done that.
Oh my.
Aaron, you're kind of white.
I know it.
Oh my.
Don't get so close. Hey.
Karen, Can you say hi? in a house coat? Are you dressed?
Don't.
I hope you got shorts on or something.
Oh,
You
man,
don't,
this
Nick.
stupid face.
Dad,
Really?
be quiet. Okay, I will now.
You guys have somehow managed to capture the exact spirit of actually meeting in person.
They
Where's
said people
Xander
are
at?
only wearing tops because that's all everybody's seeing. No
Yeah.
bottoms.
I can make that happen.
Please no.
I'm just gonna stay like this. My phone will come back to me every once in a while. Here it comes. There it goes.
Is that Dyke next to you, Carol?
Dyke's not home. I sent him on an errand 5 hours ago.
That's why you got on the fan, because that's where he's supposed to be.
I don't know. What's weird is now the fan is not moving.
No, Nick's gonna have to fix that.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness.
Xander, how you doing?
Good.
How's your one-leg dog?
Oh, yeah, come here.
Yeah, go get
There,
him.
there, come here. Get over here. There, up, up,
Wait.
up.
Is it one leg or three-legged?
Dima.
Yes.
You went and got your neighbor's dog?
No, that dog has owners of coronavirus.
Yeah, our neighbors have it.
Our,
Your neighbors have it?
our neighbors
Yeah.
have it, so we're trying to
They
teach,
have
like,
3 legs. He has
like,
all 4.
it's okay that they have.
Okay, there we
Wow.
go. Good.
Does anybody in the family have it, by the way?
Jim's sister does.
Is she doing okay, Kelly?
She's doing okay. She's holding her own. Had a little bit of improvement
Sandy.
yesterday, so far so good.
That's good.
Yeah.
We're all good.
Yeah, if any of you guys have met Aunt Sandy, it's her who has it.
Okay.
Did anybody she know have it?
I don't know. I don't know how she got it.
Sawyer, could you go get me Arnold's jammies?
Uh-oh. Bad time to cough, Zach.
Hi, bud.
Fatima?
Aw.
Oh, there we go. Hey.
So, Rudy, a lot of people in your area have it then?
Yeah, it's brutal here.
Yeah.
It's I mean, there's at least 4 or 5 people in our school community, like on the staff, and then that doesn't count, you know.
There's been a couple grandparents.
Yeah, grandparent. Yeah, we had a couple grandparents pass away from it, and
Oh my!
Oh,
yeah,
Wow, that's sad.
yeah. So, you know, I think, I mean, who knows? You all read stuff, I'm sure, and but I feel like
Don't bring it in.
population density certainly has something to do with it, right? Like, so, you know, this is one of the more dense areas in the country. You know, New York City is the most dense area in the entire nation, and yeah, that's brutal. But it's hitting you know, really hard. So we've got 2 neighbors at our house that are one's a teacher and his wife has it, and the other one is a teacher in the high school and he had it. So we're thus far everybody all good and totally healthy, but in our house, but we're doing everything we can to stay away from people.
Wow. Yeah.
okay. Now we see Carol.
Can't stop it.
Fan.
Here he goes again.
Carol, your camera makes it look like I'm always disagreeing with you.
The problem is my hands. I work too hard in the yard, and they're all sore. I cannot hold that thing up.
Did Grandpa and Grandma have you in the garden?
No, in my own yard.
Okay.
So.
Hey, how's everything going with like the volunteer project you're doing through your township?
Awesome. There's I'm trying to use them all because I have a long list of volunteers. So yeah, a lot of people have been receptive to it, and we've got, although one lady complained because the fresh eggs that we delivered right from basically the farm were a little bit too expensive for her. So what are you gonna do? So. But no, it's going good.
And it's only groceries or
medicine, like prescriptions,
yeah,
whatever they might need. That's awesome. So.
Hey, Rudy, Mark said he's waiting for you, the host, to let him in.
Sorry. Yeah, he's in now. Sorry.
Are Alex and Heidi?
Hey, Mark.
All right, I'm going to try to settle this phone down. Get another rubber band.
Hey, Mark, can you hear us okay? Hey, Mark, you might, here, let me unmute you.
Can you hear us?
We can now, yeah.
Yes. All right. What's up, guys?
How we doing?
Wonderful.
Good. So, Mark, is this on your phone or on a computer?
This is on my phone.
Okay, so there's like a mute that you got to toggle on and off when you talk and when you don't.
All right.
But hello, welcome.
Hey, Rudy, could you have this thing hooked up to the TV for a screen, or does it not work for that?
It would, but your TV probably doesn't have a camera.
No, so we'd have to still have the computer for the camera part of it, but would the screen with all you on it be up there instead?
Correct. You could definitely do that. It looks like Jason and Kristen might be doing that, maybe. What do you guys? Are you guys doing it that way?
They're muted.
Yeah, let me unmute you. Here, you're unmute, I think. Yep, you're unmuted, Jason. Go ahead.
Yeah, we have a camera that sits on top of the TV, so then we can look at the TV to see everybody larger.
Your dance videos in that household are pretty much off the chain there.
We deny a lot of the hard ones.
I try and teach them, but they don't want to learn them.
All right, Arlo's going to bed. It's his bedtime, so good night. We're working on nice.
Good night.
Good night.
That's pretty close.
Carol, look good.
Scott.
My computer says please waiting to let your host let you in.
Oh.
Rudy, you're muted.
I just let you in, Grandpa.
There I see it. Wonderful. Oh, there's Nick and Karen.
Hi, Dad.
Lee,
Hi.
Georgianne. I don't know what button I pushed, but
Good to push the right buttons.
All right, Grandpa Van Drunen, we can see that you're in, but we can't see you yet. Are you doing this on a phone or on a computer? What's going on?
we're on the phone. Well, we're on the computer. We're on the computer.
Okay. Is there, if you go to the lower left part of your screen, is there a thing that says start video?
Right here. Yeah, start video.
Yeah, go ahead and press that, and we should be able to see you then.
Zoom is unable to detect the camera. Well, we don't have any camera.
Oh, well, there you go.
Oh.
There we go. Then
We can see you.
okay. Yeah, we won't be able to see you then, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, with our state of undress, that would be good. Just kidding.
Doug, the family doesn't get much different than this, buddy.
Hey, Eric, if you can hear me, we need to see more of Hannah. We only have half of Hannah. There we go. Thank you.
So Eric, you can get out and leave Hannah there.
Thanks, Uncle Nick.
No.
Hey, I want to see that Rudy, did you see he's building a deer stand? He's going to put a turret on top so he can just swing around and shoot the deer much easier.
I love it. So how's Van Drunen heating business impacted or not impacted by the whole thing?
It's pretty slow. Not many people want us in their house unless they absolutely have to, or if they're a very nice relative and have a little for us to do.
Eric, you don't have to be that nice to my dad.
So, everybody's pretty slow, but we'll get there.
I'd imagine once it gets a lot hotter, people will want their air, obviously. But maybe it's like is this maybe slow time normal anyway, or?
Yeah, it's usually pretty slow now, but not quite as slow. My dad sat at the shop today for a good 4 hours, and we had 0 phone calls all morning.
Okay.
So.
Well, you could always pivot the shop to make sheet metal masks for the hospital workers, maybe.
You know, some people in previous history might make those, but we're gonna stick away from slitting people's faces.
So, Auntie Lee, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
Good enough.
You were just back from the hospital recently, right?
Right.
And you're doing okay?
Yeah, I'm just tired.
Yeah,
So,
No, it's switching.
Did I hear right, Auntie Leah, that there was somebody in there when you were there that had the virus?
yes, just one, I think.
And you didn't get it.
I don't think I was near that person.
Good.
No, and I didn't get it.
Good.
Thankful for that.
Yeah.
At the end of her stay, they weren't allowing visitors at all into the hospital.
So I had no company.
Yeah, that was probably hard.
Yeah. And I had therapy there. And I had a therapy. So many people were worse than me. Well, he kept calling me the show off. So.
Aunt Lee, well, you should not have done those somersaults then.
So maybe we could go house by house and just check in with everybody, see how everybody's doing with health and work and school and all that.
Good idea.
Let's start with Jason. In my screen, you're the upper left, Jason. So we'll start with you.
Go ahead, Kristen.
Well, should we just go one by one? All right, sure. I'm just trying to figure out how to online teach pre-K, which is very difficult. So, yeah, that's getting a little stir crazy, but we're all home together, doing some fun dances and playing basketball outside. So it's been okay.
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 I don't know.
Monica.
I'm home from school and we're not going back, so all my classes switched to online. So just figuring it out, getting a little bit easier, but
Monica, did they cancel graduation?
not yet, but they're talking about it, so I think they're going to.
Yeah.
Did you get to bring all your stuff home, Monica?
Not really. I took some clothes.
Well, she's in a house too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I live in a house, but initially it was like, oh, we're gonna come back in April, like mid-April. So I just took some stuff, basically my school stuff. So I have enough, but I'll probably go back and get some more stuff.
Gus, come on over here. Come closer so they can see you. He's eating pizza.
I'm eating pizza. I get to sleep in a lot, which is good.
But we don't know if he'll graduate. I mean, what? We don't know if he'll walk.
I'm graduating. I better be.
Senioritis plus long distance learning equals not good.
Lots of food and lots of sleeping.
Sounds like Nick's grandson.
Yeah.
Oh, that is mine.
And thankfully, Indiana says that churches are essential. Illinois does not. So I could go into our office every day and work, and it's actually, I would say, busier now than it was before. Just trying to figure everything out and just trying to stay connected with people and figuring out new rhythms. So it's just completely different.
Jason, do you preach, I would imagine, like live streamed, or how does that work?
Yeah, we're figuring that out. We do live stream, and currently all of our locations are combining for one weekend service, but then we're doing campus-specific service for us. We're doing it on Thursday nights. So even that's a big change.
Yeah. Wow. Well, for us, we'll go next. You know, like I said earlier, the New York City area is really hard hit with it, and our school community that I work at is hard hit with it too. And same deal as you, Jason. I feel like last month is probably the hardest I've worked in my professional life, trying to help a school pivot from being in person to being digital. You know, so that was Some of it we have fun doing it, certainly, but it's exhausting. And then the other one that we're trying to figure out is, we're moving. And so we were going to move in June. But we're talking about possibly earlier if they're done, if they do make the call and have it be done for the semester. We might move earlier. We'll see. Still in conversation, but we'll see. Anything else on our end?
No.
Okay.
Are you gonna move in with your mom and your dad then? When?
Yep. So that'll be step one, and then we'll shop for homes, and we'll find a place in Sheboygan, and I'll be working 50% there, and then the other 50% will actually still be for Eastern Christian here, and then at least the original idea was I'd fly back once a month. Who knows if it's going to wind up being just 100% online? I don't know.
Yeah.
But we'll see. How about Karen and Nick look like they're next on my screens? How about you guys?
We're doing good.
Haven't been to school or online.
Are you working for Habitat yet?
No, there's no work for Habitat. That all got shut down. We only raised one house so far this year. And then right after we raised the house, it closed with the virus. So we've been pulling bushes out in the neighborhood. Something to do.
Yep.
Helping people here.
Do they want their bushes pulled out, or are you just pulling them out?
We're just saying, hey, that one looks not so good, so we're taking that one out.
He pulls them out at night.
It's called stealth tree removal.
Oh, if that was true, we'd take care of the neighbors. That's not true.
Are you in Florida right now, Karen and Nick? Or are you in South Allen?
Yes.
We're in Florida.
Florida.
Yeah. So it's still good down here. It's mostly, we don't know anyone here that has the virus, but if you look, it's a lot on the East Coast near Miami and Fort Lauderdale, where they had a lot of cruise ships, and there's a lot of more concentration of people. And so that's the hardest hit, although there are some in the area that we can see when you look in the county. But we don't know anyone here, and everyone is being very careful. We're staying 6 feet apart. The pool is still open right here, the little one right by us. So as long as we don't have more than 10 people, we're able to use it. So that's nice right now.
Did you guys see any of the crazy spring breakers that were all ignoring all the rules?
There were some that were here, but what we saw was mostly on the East Coast. Yeah. And but then they closed down Fort Myers Beach pretty quickly once that was going on. And so we took a ride shortly after the mayor of Fort Myers Beach made that announcement. And it was like a ghost town. So, and they have it barricaded and fenced. And so you cannot go on the beach unless some people were from their condos or whatever right on the beach. But they have sheriffs on their four-wheelers going up and down and will tell you to get off the beach. And if you're a repeat offender, it's a $5,000 fine. So people are staying off the beach. And then also Sanibel and Captiva have the same thing. Beaches.
That's why Nick's pulling out bushes. He's staying off the beach.
Yep.
All right, my next two windows are Kim and Auntie Lee, and then Mike is next. So maybe the two windows could go at once.
You want to say anything, Aunt Lee?
No, I said enough.
Go ahead, Mike.
I also work for an essential business, so I'm working every day from home now. So I have a table set up in my living room and my docking station, a couple monitors here at home. So I'm grateful to be working every day. Our business is strong. A lot of people are ordering freeze-dried food, so that's been good. Our frozen business is down because we supply places like McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, and Starbucks, and so all their in-service restaurants are closed. So that part of the business is down a little bit, but the freeze-dried business is up. So overall, I think I'd have to say our business is good, and I'm glad to be working. It is a little adjustment working from home, but we're making it work, doing a lot of meetings just like this via Microsoft Teams. So all of our plants are in full production and working every day on site.
Did you guys have to lay anybody off, Mike?
Pardon?
Did you have to lay anybody off?
No, not at this point. Nobody's laid off. Everybody's working in some way, shape, or form.
That's good.
All right, on to Team Dean.
Well, Trinity we sent all of our students home a couple weeks ago, which was a good move. And we were thankful that we didn't do what some other colleges did, where we said, like Annika is like, hey, come maybe in April, come back. So that was really good. So things are really quiet on campus for us. I'm still working normally for Trinity. We pivoted pretty quickly to pair every student with a success coach, we're calling them, where we're checking in with them virtually every week. So I have a good chunk of students from my area that I'm checking in with.
I'm living the introvert's dream. Great. No, I had to move all my courses to teaching online too. It was an easier transition for college students and for college students who do most of their work on computers anyway. So, but I ended up transitioning the whole department, like teaching other staff, faculty members how to use what we were going to use. And so that was a busy week or two, but now it's pretty normal and getting to take on some other projects in the meantime. I haven't lost any work, haven't gained any work, stayed about the same.
We're also trying to anticipate what it's going to look like for our wedding season this summer. We got our first inquiry for a postponed wedding today for one of our couples in June, looking to possibly move their wedding to the fall. So we'll see if that, thankfully we don't have any weddings until the end of May. That's when our season starts. So we'll see about that. Also maybe a little bit worried, Caleb's sister's supposed to get married on June 13 in Idaho. Her fiance's from, his family's from Tijuana. So with the border closed and everything that's happening, we're curious if that's going to happen or how that's going to happen, and hoping that we don't have to drive to Idaho instead of fly. So we'll see about that. But other than that, we're good. We're still able to use the gym at Trinity, which is awesome. So we're able to get out and move and still working and doing well.
And you're designing the next Comic Sans font, is that correct?
Something like that, yeah. Yeah. Covic Sans.
I saw somebody that did comic papyrus.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds great.
All right, Wartnabees, up to you.
All right. We're just having a good time. We just finished spring break. So that was a fun week. We didn't have to teach. But this is Augie's dream come true. He has both parents home all day long. So that's been really fun. And yeah, just to echo what Kristen said earlier, trying to figure out how to teach primary age students online. It's all good, but steep learning curve, and I miss the kids. But we're writing letters back and forth, so that's fun. And I record videos for them when Augie goes to sleep, and then when he's awake, we hang out. So it's good.
Yeah, I've got a little over 100 17-year-olds to figure out how to keep engaged and still accountable and give them feedback and meaningful lessons. We've done it for 2 weeks, but now we're ramping it up more after spring break, some more synchronous, like having the students live in front of you, which we're just gonna try to implement now. Then I've got some devastated baseball players. We were supposed to be in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina this past week. And some seniors, it's just tough. I got My best player is a senior. He's gonna play Wheaton College next year, but he missed the entire season last year due to injury. And then so he was coming off of just watching all year and then this year. So they haven't canceled the year, but it's unlikely. I mean, if we resume school May 1, we're gonna have a shortened season. If we don't resume school May 1, it's not looking good. So yeah, that's not our call. That's just the Illinois sports, governing board. So yeah, trying to figure all that stuff out.
Other than that, it
is good to be home
great.
with him, and we're going on walks.
But we're Beth and Ed, Brian's parents, drove down and just stood at the end of our driveway and talked to us from there.
There's like grandparent torture, I think, just looking at him from 6 feet away. Haven't held him for 3 weeks.
Hey!
We were both shocked they didn't try to push the envelope and ask for him. But they didn't. They just stood there and talked and got in the car and left.
They maintained the distance. It was good. But it was, that's a bummer. But we're okay.
Glad to see you guys.
On to Brian. I do want to say I miss the mustache, my friend.
It had about a 24-hour life. If we're at this long, it'll be back if we're quarantined long enough.
R.I.P. mustache. That was a good good one. Scott, we're up to you.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Cool. So I've been working from home since St. Patrick's Day. It was weird at first, but it's really nice now. I'm only 2 months into my new job, so it's a little bit weird trying to learn the job remote, and just there's a lot that I'm glad for a lot of training that I had before this all happened, but it's just sort of a really weird scenario to be brand new and sort of this mysterious figure from home trying to just keep holding my weight and do my part. So that's that. Amy said that life for her isn't a whole lot different. She's been home with Ben anyway. But I would say she's part of a church group, like a MOPS group. So that's all canceled. And just a lot of the social stuff that we would normally have planned is obviously canceled too. So we've done a few Zoom game nights with Amy's sisters, some video chatting with my siblings occasionally, trying to keep up with people that way. As far as my work goes, they furloughed some unnecessary, I don't know what they call it, non-essential employees. But I think that's mostly people in the field that are doing work that way. So right now I'm not worried about losing my job or anything like that. But yeah.
Scott, where do you work? I don't even know.
So on January 20, I started working in Maryville, Indiana for a company called Tredebe. It's an environmental services company. They do like it's a lot of handling and processing waste that you can't just throw in a trash bin. So hazardous material, old paints, a lot of universities hire us like to maintain the chemicals in their labs and discard of old chemicals. We burn the crap out of a lot of things and then send that to a landfill or add things to waste and make it okay to put in the ground. So I'm still learning exactly what we do and how we do it, but that's what I've gathered so far.
Cool. And anybody at work or anything with the virus or anything like that?
Yeah, we have like some accounts payable staff is still going in. Our process is that they like print invoices off and scan them back in straight out of like the early 2000s and 90s. But for the most part, are you asking if somebody has the virus at our work?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Thought you were asking if people were going into the office. There has been one remote worker that has it, but otherwise, no.
Well, that's good.
Coast is clear for now that we know of.
All right, on to Hannah featuring Eric.
Go first.
Yeah, I still go into work pretty much every day, but using a lot of hand sanitizer. Luckily, my mom bought some overpriced stuff at a place, and I use it, and it's pretty potent, but it works pretty well. But yeah, it's pretty normal for me, actually. But
Tell them what you did yesterday.
oh, and since we're so slow at work, I took the past 2 days and I started building a outdoor tree stand and couch by Aunt Kelly and Uncle Jim's house. So that's been a plus, I guess. But yeah, good.
What are you building?
He's building a fort for the grandchildren.
That may work as well. Yeah. But it's an elevated deer blind. So the floor is about 7 or 8 feet off the ground. Yeah, you can. Yeah. It looks like that so far.
There we go.
Awesome.
Yeah, that looks great.
So yeah, it was fun getting to take the pickup and go tear up in the field. So that was good.
Hey, Eric, if you need a success coach, Becky's been pretty good at it lately.
Sounds good.
Becky, I think I need a success coach. Maybe just an event coach or something. I don't know. The switching to e-learning has just been a lot of work. Coming up with lessons and how to make them clear to 17-year-olds is not easy. So we've been working on that, been doing a lot of Zoom calls like this, and yeah, hopefully getting some stuff done and still finishing the year strong. But we are extended out until May 1. So hopefully we can go back then, but I don't know. We'll see. So 4 more weeks of e-learning. Here we go.
Let's set up a call, Hannah.
Okay.
All right, on to Taylor.
Hey, everybody. So yeah, it's definitely changed for us a lot having the boys home. Zachary loves it and hates it at the same time because he always has his brothers to play with him, but they also wake him up from his nap, so he's crabby. So there's that. E-learning has been a crazy learning curve, to say the least. There's the first time I think we did it, we had like 13 tabs open on the computer, and you know, you got to watch this YouTube video, then go here, and I mean, it's just crazy. I almost have to watch some of Adam's homework with him, and I always call him the lawyer because he argues about everything with me. So like we had like a 1 to 2 minute argument on whether to use a period or an exclamation point on his homework that he was supposed to, you know, get done by Monday, and we were doing it today. And I don't know, it's definitely a handful. I know his teachers are like Joshua and Adam. They both have, I know they've set up a video chat like this, but I think the kindergarten teacher said that she canceled hers because she heard how another classes went. And I mean, if you can imagine 20 kindergartners on this all talking at once, it's pretty exciting. And our schools are canceled for the year. So I'm sure if, you know, once one state does it, it seems like everyone wants to do that for everyone who's wondering if that's going to happen. As for me, it's been really weird at work, I would say. I am an essential worker, so I go there, but they only want us to do emergency work, and that is not normally my job. Like I'm kind of like the people that get called after the normal people if they don't answer. So I have literally been just driving to work just to sit all day until there's an emergency, which is really boring.
Is that everybody's healthy and safe, Taylor?
yeah, everyone's healthy and safe. We're spending a lot of time outdoors playing all sorts of sports, as long as the weather's good. And I've definitely noticed my boys have a lot more energy because they want to wrestle as soon as I get home. So, and to Scott, since you were talking about environmental stuff, all you need to know is the solution to pollution is dilution.
I'll pass that along.
Anyway, that was something that was taught to me when I worked in the chemical lab. So,
Yikes. That's awesome.
I think things always sound true as long as they rhyme. All right, on to Keith and Cher.
Okay, I don't see myself on the screen, but I guess you can see me.
We
Cher?
can, and it's
Okay.
glorious.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you, Rudy. Appreciate that. Eric is right about the hand sanitizer. I actually think it's so strong, my hands are shrinking. So, and seriously, we looked it up online. It comes from some hemp farm in Beecher. Like crazy place. Anyway, I notice after I spray it and use it, I get the munchies. Okay, all right. Anyway, at work, one of our employees isn't feeling real well, and of course you don't know what it is, so stay home, right? Don't come in. And someone else came in contact with someone who had the virus, so stay home, wait out 2 weeks. That's where we're at, but we are not real busy at work. We do have some jobs, 2 or 3 jobs where people want us to work in their home, but they have underlying health conditions, and 2 of them are major. And the last thing we want to do is go into their home. So we said, hey, let's get through this. Let's put it off. I don't want any issues. Who knows? So I think that's best to just sit tight. But it's real weird, real quiet. We had Morgan over last week. And of course, she's got energy. She has energy. And we came up with aerobics for grandpas. Gymnastics for grandpas. Yeah. So the cartwheel didn't go well at all. Finally, after the 4th one, she did comment, well, Grandpa, that was your best one.
As he rolled on the floor.
Yeah.
No legs in the air.
Yeah. So, and I was real sore the next morning, but it was kind of fun. So you do your best, right?
Well, I'd imagine a cartwheel is hard to do with shrinking hands, Keith.
Yeah. You're about an inch lower. So, okay. So anyway, so we're trying to support the local economy. This evening, we ran over to Andy's Hot Dogs, which some of you people know about, pretty much everyone, right? And I went inside to talk to the people. Those are wonderful Spanish people there. And they're such hardworking and so nice. And then I'll tell a quick story. I was in there about a month ago, and I was getting something. I handed the girl my credit card, and I'm looking around, and she was waiting for me. When I looked back, I said, oh, I'm sorry. I was just dreaming. And she looked me straight in the eye and said, it's okay to dream. And I'm like, wow, isn't that nice?
America,
seriously. Baby. So anyway, I was in there this evening, and I told the 2 girls behind the counter, I said, I had 2 sisters that worked here in the original Andy's. I said, do you know what that was like? She goes, the picture's right on the wall. I said, they worked in that place, believe it or not. And the girl kind of looked at me like I was screwy or something. I don't know. But anyway, so that was kind of nice. So we try to support the local people when you can. It's just weird. You drive down the street, you really wonder with this economy, what's going to come back and what isn't, with so many lost jobs. But hopefully they do, because so many people lost their jobs. So, and it's real weird, of course. I'm sure you guys are experiencing it. not going to church. Sunday at home without attending church is, who would have thought a month ago that could ever happen, right?
It's
so
weird.
I think we have to see in this that, obviously there's a reason this is happening. What can we take from this? And I think one of the reasons is, we can't take church for granted as much as I normally did. So maybe that's what I've learned through this.
Keith, are you guys able to do it, like to stream it?
Yeah, we've tried some different things, and starting next week, they're actually going to have online streaming. They're actually going to have 2 elders with their wives, 1 deacon with their wife, an organist, the preacher, and a recording guy or 2 to equal 10 people. And they're going to kind of work that and see if that works, because we've just been recommending past sermons online. And I think at this point, the elder body thought we need more than that. So we're kind of going to transition into that. And I think everyone's going to appreciate that more, having a live the best we can, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I found too, even like just, I don't know, maybe you guys have this too. Like I find it hard to know what day it is.
Yeah, you are correct. Yep.
Like, there's the spiritual reason, the most important reason, obviously, for church, but also it's just like, it's a practical marker in your week where it's like, okay, this, now I know I go to work tomorrow and the week starts, but now it's just like, I've been saying in work meetings, today is Thursday because that's what the calendar tells me. Like I have no clue what day it is.
Yep.
Keith, have you been able to go in your garden yet?
No, we even had decent weather till like yesterday, and then it got real nice. So I'm looking forward to that. That's one thing, we can at least do outside. So yeah, that'll be in the near future here. But now with a couple of nice days, I'm really thinking of that. Oh, and I went fishing. I had a friend of mine, Paul Vanderick, called me 2-3 days ago. We went on Lake Michigan and caught some beautiful salmon that we had for dinner. So that was a nice getaway to get out and do things. But the ramp was just loaded because everyone's off of work. So there were a ton of people there. But everyone was distancing, and I think it was safe the way we did it.
So did you go out of Jaros again or over 95th?
No, you know what? All Lake County ramps are closed. But this was in Porter County, the Burns Ditch.
Okay.
That was the only launch that was open on I think on the whole Indiana, maybe Illinois side near Chicago too.
Wow.
So the salmon seem to be coming back, you think?
Yeah, it's early in the year and they're out there. So we got 4, which was good, but it was just a nice day. So yeah, they're around and they're close to shore. So it was nice to get away, and I haven't seen Paul for a long time, so it was nice to get out and do something.
Cool.
On to choleostasis.
We're also trying to keep our local Aurelios afloat with a weekly safe carryout.
Becky, do they bring it out to your car?
No, but they prop the doors open so you don't have to touch anything, and then they wear gloves and stuff. So it's pretty good.
That's cool.
It sounds delicious.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Things in Indy has been good. In Marion County here, they have the most cases, so that's where we're at right now. So we don't really go out. Only for groceries is what we've been doing. So just the other day we went out and went to Costco. Took us a couple hours to get everything ready, but I think we're stocked for the month and a half, so we should be good. Teaching has been interesting. It's been a process. With my kiddos, I've had to do just a lot of emails for the most part from the students and the parents. I've had to do a lot of parent contact. So that's been interesting. On the plus side, I haven't been getting any chairs thrown at me, so I don't have to chase any kids down. So that's kind of been good. Unless Yvette chooses to do that, which she very well may. But Yvette, she's been doing well. She has to do all of her data collection, all of her testing and stuff online, which has been tough. She does have her thesis coming up, so she's kind of focusing on writing with that. So that's kind of a plus, I guess. But it has been hard, and then they don't really know much about, she's supposed to graduate here in May, so they don't really know much about how that's going to turn out. So they'll be contacting us soon with that. But it's been good. We've been staying busy. Knocked out a 1,000-piece puzzle the other day, so that was good. We upped it to a 2,000-piece, so that should be interesting. Yvette has been doing some baking, and I've been watching her bake, so that's been good. But yeah, it's been all right. We've been just distancing because it's been kind of crazy down here, but it's been good.
Brian requests some of Yvette's cheesecake.
Cheesecake. All right, I'll write it down. She'll start sending those out here soon.
We would really appreciate it.
$5. We'll send them out.
We will happily pay $5. Hello.
Shipping may be.
All right, on to Carol and Dyke. They figured out a solution to the fan problem.
Hello. You got to unmute him, Rudy.
I'm trying to. Hang on.
There.
Are we on board now?
Yeah.
You're good. Hello, Dyke.
Well, hello. I had a bunch to say, but now all I want to see is Uncle Keith doing a gymnast splits.
Yeah, I'll start warming up.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
We're doing good here in Couts. My job, we supply a lot of essential chemicals to like refineries, power plants, stuff like that. So I'm working and busy, so that's good. The one benefit with people not being out is traffic is wonderful. There's no backups. I can go through Chicago, piece of cake, everything like that. But it is a little weird. We still stay in hotels, and I'll go to a hotel and there may be only 4 people in the hotel besides me.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, that makes you realize how tough it's got to be for that industry. The housekeepers, so on and so forth. And I'm just thankful to be working. And Carol?
I told mine earlier.
Oh, I guess she talked to me. Never mind. But other than that, well, we were going on vacation to Colorado, to Breckenridge. And with all the kids and all of my sister's kids and stuff like that. And it was going to be a great week. And we left on Saturday. We got there, rented our vehicles, drove out to Breckenridge. And within 15 minutes of arriving there, they shut down the mountain.
Oh, my.
And the city was pretty much halfway shut down on Sunday. We got there on Saturday. And then on Sunday, they were closing down the city. And then we heard rumors of them just shutting down the county. So we were fortunate. Monday morning, we looked for flights to get out, and we were able to get one out, and that was a blessing because I think on Tuesday, the control tower at Midway, somebody had contacted the virus, so they shut down the control tower, and it was just a mess. So we were fortunate to get out of there, but kind of messed up our vacation week, like I'm sure a ton of people had the same problem. So that was kind of interesting.
Like, are you seeing like a lot of drivers? Obviously, you're in multiple locations. Like, is there a lot of your colleagues like impacted?
Not that I know of. The one thing is, as a driver, you're in the truck all day long. You're not, you will make contact with somebody when you make a delivery, but you're able to, keep your distance and use precautions. Just our company, our parent company is Ecolab, and they make hand sanitizers. So each week I go in, there's like 3 or 4 more bottles of sanitizer. So you just get into the routine when you get in, when you get out, you're always doing that. And even wiping down your face. So, if somebody had coughed or whatever, you're taking care of that. But
so your hands are shrinking too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But I am not doing cartwheels right now. But it's just interesting, and I don't know. We'll see how it all ends up.
Rudy, you need to let Kelly and Jim back in the meeting.
There you go. Got him in. Thank you. Sorry, it's hard to keep track of it all. On to Liz and Grandpa and Grandma. I know we can't see you, but if you could see Liz, she does have a friend there.
Hey. So, our school is shut down for the rest of the year, so I've been navigating e-learning, just taking some tips from Hannah and Anna so far. And we just started spring break. Yeah, just now, so this week. And I had a girl email me and ask if I could still give homework over spring break since everyone's just gonna be home. And I never had that question ever before, so that was the first. So I had them do, I came up with a project. My dad and I brainstormed, so then they can do something positive with their break and document like something new they learned or something they did. So one kid's learning Spanish, another girl's making face masks. Yeah, so they have quite a few things going on, so that's been fun. I was gonna run a marathon and that got canceled, so I took up painting. So Doug bought a house right before all this happened. So this white is many hours and days with his sister, and he helped too a little bit, but of painting. So
it's nice.
Yeah. And then you can go.
Yeah, I had to lay all my employees off. I'm still able to work in the office a little bit, but there's not a whole lot going on. Not a lot of phone calls.
He does lawn, like lawn and snow plowing. If you don't know.
Yeah. Hey, Doug, did the government actually tell you that you can't get out there and work? Is that what happened?
Yeah, so for about a week, it wasn't very clear, and then they specifically said that landscapers weren't able to work. So I'm hoping at some point soon here, once the grass really starts growing, they will consider us essential, or it's going to look like a jungle over here.
Cool. Okay, on to Mark.
Hi guys. Sorry for the chaotic noises you're about to hear in the background of this. Hi. So we are doing okay. We are healthy, so praise God for that. But Mark, obviously, this has been the opposite of a vacation at home for us. He is working at work about 90 hours a week, some weeks more. Comes home at like 2, 3 in the morning, naps for a little bit, showers, and goes back before the kids are up. And so it's been a very long couple of weeks for us.
It's my first day off, about my second day off in about 3.5 weeks.
Not off, you've still been working from home all day, but like.
Yeah, but yeah, we're doing well, all things considered. The kids are well and healthy for the most part. Just a couple of small colds over here. The work has been insane and busy, but it's been good too. Our building is emptying out. We only have 39 people out of 50 beds. So that's the lowest we've been in about a year and a half.
No one wants to because no one's having like elective knee replacements or anything right now because they don't want to be anywhere near a hospital, and that's where most of his clients or like patients come from.
Yeah. A lot of staff are really flaky and scared of everything going on, so they're calling off at the first sight of anything that is a light cough of a resident. All my staff are calling off, and that's been extremely difficult to find staffing and make sure we're full. And we don't even have a positive COVID case in our building. So that's been really hard, keeping families connected, keeping residents happy because everyone's confined to their rooms right now. Keeping everyone active and engaged has been a challenge, but a lot of good staff members too. A lot of people who you can see who's stepping up to the plate and making a difference, and that's been really exciting. So yeah, at this point, it's, you know, kind of going back and forth with hospitals. They get upset at us for not taking their patients with COVID. And we're kind of preparing to take patients for COVID at some point, expecting that we're going to have to. Or if one of our own residents will test positive, because we're testing a lot of residents frequently. So yeah, it's been good. Amanda's been super busy. You can tell them about your mask game going on.
Well, I decided to use this quarantine as an opportunity to potty train Eden. So that was exciting. My first time potty training a kid. It went really well though, and she's got it, and she's doing great. And we're mostly just pumped that we don't have to pay for diapers for 2 kids anymore. And so that was a big thing. I also have decided to, I was telling Mark, like, there's nothing like being stuck at home with all of your stuff to make you realize you have way too much stuff. And so we have been just purging and downsizing and minimizing, and by we I mean I. But I've just been getting like Sam would hate us. Our garbage man probably just despises us because we have like 6 garbage cans at the end of the driveway every week, which it's just been good for us because I just like, it's easier to find like a purpose in the midst of staying in the house all day. And I initially had started, so Mark came home one day and told me like, hey, I can't get any masks at work and I need some. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I love to sew. And so I started just like whipping up cloth masks for him and his employees at work, and donating them, and donated a couple hundred to his work and some other places around here. And then since Trump's announcement yesterday that anyone who goes out in public needs to wear a mask, I've gotten orders for like people that have messaged me and ordered over 200 masks in the last 24 hours. And so that has been like an unexpected crazy thing.
Yeah, we've got a little sweatshop going in the basement here for masks. So.
Too bad Eden's not old enough to work a sewing machine, or we would have put her to work down there. If you're screaming bloody murder upstairs, it's because she wants a prize because she went to the potty. So she wants an M&M. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much us over here. We miss going out. I mean, we go on walks. I go on walks with the kids, but that's about it. So we miss being out and seeing everyone, and mostly miss Kim coming over and taking the children every couple days. That's been a huge loss to us because she's so helpful and good with them. So otherwise, we're doing good.
Great. 90 hours, Mark. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's constant changes and constant updates. A lot of families that aren't happy or, you know, frustrated with the situation, and just constantly figuring out new ways to do things and new plans if we have to take patients here soon from the hospitals, and trying to get supplies and find staff to work or work ourselves. So yeah, it's been very trying, but.
Wow.
You're having a good attitude about it, and you're doing a great job too, though.
I'm glad you guys are doing okay.
Yeah, thanks.
On to Brian and Kathy, who joined us late.
Hey.
Hello.
Can you see us?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, Kathy, report.
Okay, I'm wearing the mask that Wendy made me. Wendy's got a little sweatshop going at her house as well. And she's supplying all different businesses and hospitals. And she's got her granddaughter sewing. And so unbelievably, our business is still considered essential. So we have 2 employees working from home remotely.
Not really unbelievably.
Oh, sorry. And so Brian and I can go into the office every day to work, which I actually love, so that I'm not quarantined to the house the whole time. And as you can still see, we're still the Afghan family.
I think the timing was good for Gwendy's sweatshop because she always has the sweatshop up and running anyway, so they could just pivot construction.
It was right on brand.
Yeah.
They probably have more than 10 people together though.
Yeah.
Ixnay on the, yeah.
And the Umbernay.
All right, on to our friends and Couts. Looks like Leb and Kelly, and I think Jim was there maybe.
Here he is.
There he
Someone to
is.
start. Go ahead.
All right, I'll start. Good to see everybody. This is awesome. Thank you for arranging it, Rudy. I'm becoming very familiar with Zoom, so I've been able to keep working. I'm really thankful for that. But it feels different, and it's, there's some challenges, but there's also some opportunities. So I decided I'm going to start a support group via Zoom, which is just really exciting because it's so hard to get people physically together, but they need support, and this is a great opportunity for that. I've learned abortion clinics have shut down for a while, so opportunity to reach out to them. A friend of mine owns a soap shop, and she donated probably 50 bars of soap. I'm going to mail out to hospital social workers to remind them we're still here and we care about them, and we're still available to help. So, okay. So yeah, I'm keeping busy, but it's a little different kind of busy. Some things are a little harder. I feel like it's harder to support people when you can't be face to face. So we're doing good. I'm thankful. It's Palm Sunday tomorrow, so I've gotten the palms for our church for the last several years, and so I've delivered them to the kids, and we have a Zoom church tomorrow, and hopefully the kids will wave their palm leaves, so that's kind of fun. Yeah. So, Jim, you want to go?
I'm still working. We have 49 drivers on the Lowe's account, and no one's missed a day off yet. So we're all healthy, and Becky, I got a perfect person for you to hire for your coaching job, because my success coach is on the bottom of my screen here, but I get to talk to Dyke 2 or 3 times a week, and keeps me motivated and moving. I am exposed. There's no doubt about. I'm in contact with customers and with people that are at truck stops and everything else, and you just wash your hands an awful lot, and I try to clean my truck like 3 times a day. I even scored a tube of Lysol wipes this week at Lowe's, so that was good, because we're down to like 2 Clorox tubes left here, but I definitely use it every day, several times a week. And good to see all you guys. Caleb's got stuff to say.
Yeah, we're considered essential at Menards, and there's still lots of people there.
I think he might have froze.
It just unfroze.
No.
Oh,
They've been having internet issues. That's why they got off for a little bit.
Hey, Leb, are you there? All right, we'll circle back to Caleb once he gets back on. Looks like Cole has migrated to San Francisco.
I was going to say, man, he's a quick traveler, isn't he, out to the bay?
Weather's great out here, as you can see. Not very crazy. You can just drive right over the bridge.
That's what he said.
No problem.
Carly.
All right, on to Carly, who joined late. I think maybe I see Sam there too. I can't tell.
What up?
Yeah, sorry, we should turn a light on.
Yeah, that's not fair.
We can't see you with that hat on, Carly.
I've been cold all day. I can't take it off. I'm still cold.
Nah, you can find a different one.
There they are.
Quiet.
There we go. Here's Sam. We were working outside. We're trying to take down the play place in our backyard.
I was hoping times weren't so tough that you had to keep the power off. That.
Sam's not that Dutch.
Sam has an essential job.
Yes. Explain yours, Sam.
What? Oh,
Your job with what
yes,
you're
it's
doing.
essential.
So what are they making you do?
Nothing really. I just go to my job. I clean more. I clean my hands more. I probably should a little bit right now. I mean, hand sanitizer all the time. We're not really punching in or punching out. We're staying out of the office. So basically, I just go in. I keep everything in the truck. I'm self-quarantined in my own truck anyways, so nothing really too much different. I don't know.
Sam, are you cleaning your hands with WD-40 or what?
Yes, I'm currently outside. I was making sure Carly was all right. She was sleeping before.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, she was. I have a car. I have a car in my backyard, and the chipmunks have gotten to it, and I'm rewiring like 15 to 20 wires that have been chewed up. So, but I need a WD-40 to loosen some bolts. That's it.
Right on.
How about you, Carly?
Back outside while the light's still on out there. See ya.
So here's Keith's cartwheel.
We need a library.
Move it to your left, Cher. Move it to your left.
Is it moving? I don't think it's moving.
Oh, what happened there?
Yeah.
And while we're getting the cartwheel queued up, Carly, how are you doing?
Here it is. Can you see now?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Hey, don't laugh mean, laugh fun. Okay, that's enough.
Here's his pirouette.
Look out, Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders.
Okay, all right, that's enough of us.
Give me more.
Carly, how about you?
I've been good. Yeah, I'm just staying home, puzzles, baking. Yeah, I'm living the life over here.
All right, and last but certainly not least, the patriarch and matriarch, Grandpa and Grandma. We cannot see you because you don't have a camera on, but that's okay. We can hear you. How's it going with you guys?
Well, Grandma, when she gets sick of me, goes to the basement, cleaning up. But we're hanging in together, and we got home on Friday 2 weeks ago. So we've been observing the quarantine, and Cher does our grocery shopping. Whenever we give her a little list, a couple hours at our door, and every once in a while Keith calls and says, "I'm going here or there." Tonight we had
Andy's.
From Andy's. Last week we had Flossmoor Station. So we're doing good, and we're feeling fine, and thank the Lord for our family, for you all, and for where we're at in our lives.
Well, togetherness, you know, has its joys.
Uh-oh.
So I've been working in the basement, and Dad's been upstairs.
She hasn't served me papers yet.
Graham, are you cleaning up that spider room, or are we keeping that in pristine condition?
No, that's still a family threat. So not for me, but I mean for.
But I did look in it today, and there's still webs. So
I actually was thinking the spider room maybe uniquely prepared the Van Drunen clan for the fear and confined spaces and bugs that you don't want to be by.
Hey, Rudy, can you let my parents in? They said they're supposed to be on. I don't know.
I think I did. Hang on, they should be good.
I see them.
There they are. They're in. All right, Leb. Right as you were talking, we froze.
Is he muted?
Unmute.
Okay.
What'd you say? What did you hear? I don't even know when it went out.
We got it just to you. You said about one sentence, and then we just saw a freeze.
Oh, okay. So we're still essential at Menards, and everybody still comes in. We pretty much have the same amount of traffic. So really, it's people are not listening, and we're working just as much. But I feel like I'm staying healthy, so I guess that's good. I was.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Cliffhanger. Until next week.
Oh, nuts. Well, while he's maybe logging back in, Xander wanted to show people something. He thinks this is a cool thing to show. So go ahead, Xander. Well, go ahead. Tell him what happened.
He was calling us back in for we were playing outside, so he called us back in, and I accidentally fell on a rock and got a bump on my head.
Let's zoom it in.
You want me to help you?
There we go. Maybe we can see.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
No stitches. It wasn't a deep cut. It was just a huge goose egg.
So we told them chicks dig scars.
Dad.
Keep them awake all
That
day.
happened at that house.
Just butterfly it. It'll be okay.
What did you say, Jason?
But especially the scars that happened at that house.
Hey, Rudy, I think Caleb's going to try to talk through my cell phone.
All right, go ahead.
Can you hear him?
No.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Kind of. I don't know.
Hey, where's Alex?
I've texted him like 3 times.
They're trying to get the kids fed and down to bed, he said.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not working, Leb.
He said, "It be crazy." That's what Alex said.
It be crazy.
Can I give a mission update?
Go ahead.
I was just at the Mideast Reformed Fellowship meeting today. The gospel is going out. Coronavirus can't do a doggone thing about it. And there's all kinds of Muslims who are hearing the gospel through the ministry of Murph. And it's really, really exciting.
Cool.
So,
That's great.
Cool. Well, thank you all. Does anybody else have anything to add?
I think that we should try to take a quick pic. So like if everyone would smile, I could do a screenshot and I'll post it. Send it to you.
We lost Xander.
Yeah, there you go. Justin, come here. Nice and close.
You're close enough. 5 feet. 5 feet.
Hurry up, come on.
All right. Who are we waiting for?
Turn it a little there.
Dustin?
Face is getting cut off.
You know.
All right, we good? Here we go. 1, let me see, 2, 3. Perfect.
There we go.
Technology.
Well, thanks everybody. I'm glad this worked out.
Yeah, let's do it again sometime.
Thank you, Rudy.
Thanks, Rudy.
Thank you, Rudy.
Wow. All right.
Rudy is the man.
Hey, Rudy.
Rudy is
We've
the
actually
man.
been playing code names with the Richards family side with Zoom, and it actually works. So
I like it.
You can do that too.
Cool.
Hi, Auntie Lee.
Hey, Rudy, it'll be nice to have you back in the neighborhood this summer.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Okay.
All right. Bye, everybody. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Time for Svengoolie, Mike.